We have a recorded message of our special guest, CA Sushil Kumar Goyal ji. He has sent it us from Delhi. We will run the message. This is his profile. We will skip the profile, the message. Message. Okay, by the time they make the message ready, let me take this opportunity to introduce the theme of the conclave today. The theme of today's conclave is decoding the future of GST, compliance, enforcement and litigation. One may ask us as to why are we already discussing the future of GST when it is only 6 years since it was launched. It is a very new law. I would like to remind the august gathering here that the slogan for GST is one nation, one tax, one market. Hence, when we discuss the future of GST, we are not only discussing about the future of taxation in the country, but we are also discussing about the future of a nation and its citizens. We have seen that the gross GST revenue collection in the month of May 2023 crossed rupees 1.5 lakh crore, registering a rise of 12% on a year-on-year basis. With this, the monthly GST revenue that has come in is more than 1.4 lakh crore for the 14th consecutive month. Increased collection means more resources for the government and better services for the citizens. In today's conclave, we will be discussing GST with respect to the 3 pillars of compliance, enforcement and litigation. This is similar to the 3 pillars of our constitution, which are legislature, executive and the judiciary. If we draw an analogy, then compliance is enacted through acts, rules, etc. by the legislature, enforcement is undertaken by the executive, and litigation is of course the forte of the judiciary. Let me inform the House of some facts and statistics on all these 3 parameters. First is compliance. Compliance under GST has increased manifold if we compare it to the erstwhile laws. For example, registration itself has increased from around 66.5 lakhs in 2017 to more than 1.4 crore assessees in 2022, an increase of more than double in the last 5 to 6 years. Compliance rates for filing of GSTR1 and GSTR3B returns, the 2 basic returns, have crossed more than 90% consistently on a month-to-month basis. Thus, overall compliance under GST has increased, and we all will agree with this. However, the compliance cost for businesses has also increased under GST, which is a matter of concern and discussion. Enforcement activities. We have also seen a rise in the enforcement activities of the department and its agencies in the recent past. As per a recent discussion, our Honorable Dr. Amit Mitra had mentioned that the fraud reported by central agencies totals to more than 1.25 lakh crores. And if the state figures are also taken into account, that figure could cross 2 lakh crores, which is a big number. There is, however, no official estimate for that. The CBIC chief, Mr. Johari, recently said that CBIC had undertaken about 30,000 GST audits in 2022-23 pertaining to financial years 21 and 22 at the central level. They detected tax evasion worth rupees 17,000 crores. Further, the authority targets to audit 50,000 cases based on various risk parameters for the financial year 23-24. Audits will thus increase by more than 2/3 at the central level. The CBIC chief also said about the recently launched 2-month special drive on 15th of May to check fake registrations, and that they had shortlisted 30,000 cases for physical verification, out of which so far 35% or over 10,000 cases have been found to be allegedly involved in generating fake registration to claim bogus input tax credit so far. The department has detected about 7,000 crores of bogus ITC during the drive. Please note that these figures do not mention anything about the state's initiatives, so the numbers may increase. Thus, with the increase in overall fraudulent activities under GST by some unscrupulous persons, enforcement activities are bound to increase. Litigation has also increased in GST, and the Honorable High Courts, my Lord may note, the Honorable High Courts are flooded with cases with respect to GST. And one of the main reasons for this is the absence of GST tribunals. However, we are hopeful that GST tribunals will see the light of the day in the near future. In fact, there is no official figure available as to the number of cases filed in the various high courts under GST. We sincerely hope that today's conclave will discuss the various issues with respect to compliance, enforcement and litigation, and the deliberations of our dignitaries in this session will set the context for the day. Thank you. We will now, message is ready? We will now play the message of our Indirect Tax Committee Chairman, CA Sushil Goyal ji.
Good morning, dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. To this GST conclave organized by ACAE, I want to congratulate the entire team of ACAE. They worked very hard to bring this GST conclave alive. They have invited all type of dignitaries, chartered accountants, department officers and advocates for this GST conclave on the topic that is compliance, enforcement and litigation. When there is less compliance, enforcement bound to increase, and if enforcement increases, then litigation is definitely increase in number of faults. I congratulate all the participants also, those who decided and physically present here. This conclave going to add values in their professional assignments, and as well as this will help the businessmen though who are attending this GST conclave. Good number of seminar conferences and conclaves are required because GST has completed 6 years of its existence. During this period, number of things has been changed. So we must learn all these things and comply it properly. So enforcement reduces and ultimately the litigations reduces. So with this, I also want to share the initiative taken by the ICAI GST committee. GST committee is delivering the profession as well as the country this slogan, that is partner in nation building, is delivered by us in all forms by way of conducting seminar, conferences, certificate courses and the publications on GST. Recently we came out with the Bear Act on GST, and as well as in the April 2023 we also released the background material, the 11th edition of the background material, the premier publications of GST committee of ICAI. So once again, wishing all the best for this conference and wishing all of you happy learning time. Thank you very much.
We thank Sushil Goyal ji, who has taken out time from his busy schedule and recorded and sent this message.